What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Pab House podcast. As you can see, we're doing things a little bit different than we normally do because it's October and we love Halloween, as you can see. Paul, show your face.
Hey, I'm the man in the mask.
He's going in blind. Um, so, yeah, we're just trying out something new to make it a little bit more
Festive.
festive. That was the word I was looking for. Thank you. All right. So I was really hoping I was going to find stories that were going to fit the Halloween theme. That was not the case, at least this time around. Hopefully the next couple of episodes will not disappoint. But I did find two that are on the morbid side of things.
Ooh,
So you get 2 out of the 5 will be that,
yeah,
hopefully.
that's nice.
But let's jump right in, shall we?
All right. Story.
The first one is coming from r/Am I the Asshole? Am I the asshole for saying I don't feel bad for my sister's killer after he died? My little sister was murdered by a group of boys a couple years ago. About a year later, the same group stole a car, crashed it, and 3 of them died. One survived but is now paralyzed. The other day, I was walking through a cemetery with a friend. We thought it looked nice in the fall, and I happened to see the grave of one of the boys. He was also the one who did other horrible things to my sister. I told my friend who it was and said I honestly don't feel bad he or his friends are gone, that I kind of see it as karma. My friend said, quote, he was just 17. You can't hold a grudge against a dead 17-year-old. I don't feel like I'm holding a grudge. I'm pretty numb at this point, but I'm not sorry for him either. I'm sorry he was what he was. In my head, it's like whatever higher power is out there just hit reset on them for the damage they had caused so early in their lives. Maybe there was no hope for them. I don't know, and it's not up to me. I have to move on and see all the beauty that we do have here. I really am a forgiving person because I know it's more about my own peace and sanity than the other people. I just genuinely feel like it was karma in a neutral way. What actually got to me wasn't seeing the grave. It was my friend acting like I'm a bad person for not feeling sympathy. What actually am I supposed to feel here? And I find it funny because this friend rarely feels empathy towards other people in other situations. Like whenever I see homeless people or just people who give a vibe they're not doing well, she's always like, there are people in wars dying. Homelessness is a choice in this country. But suddenly, when it's about the murder of my sister, I'm a bad person. You know what I'm saying? Well, that person sounds like a terrible friend.
Yeah.
What do you mean you can't hold a grudge against a dead 17-year-old? I'm a little confused about how, if they supposedly murdered her sister.
Is that what happened?
That's what, yeah. My little sister was murdered by a group of boys a couple years ago. About a year later, the same group stole a car, crashed it, and 3 of them died.
Oh.
One survived but is now paralyzed. Why weren't they in jail?
Right.
Or
exactly.
prison if it's without a doubt that they did it? There is an update.
Oh. Update.
Some of you have asked me what happened to the guys and why they were still out, so I'm copy pasting one of my comments here for clarification. So I live in Sweden, and crime is looked upon very leniently here compared to the US and probably most other countries. First off, they did kill her. They were caught because they were bragging about it and sending pics in a Snapchat group where one of the members and their parents eventually went to the police. I also want to add my sister was 14 and did not know these boys. I never wanted to hear exactly what was going on because at the time I was in school and was already deeply affected by all this. I just didn't want to hear about the guys or whatever the process was my parents had to go through with all that, etc. I sometimes just turn off and keep busy so I don't have to think about things. I also have a hard time being vulnerable in front of others and didn't want my parents to have additional worries. 2 of the guys were immigrants, and their defense was that they hadn't integrated into the Swedish society yet and couldn't speak the language that well, and just followed along what the other guys were doing. The two others were Swedish, including the guy whose grave I referred to. What happened to them, besides getting charged for murder and severe rape of a child, as we call it here, is that they had to
Jesus.
go to meetings with CPS and therapy and some kind of rehabilitation program. That's just how it works here. Clearly, it didn't work as they were stealing cars just a year later, and maybe they were waiting for additional sentencing. I don't know, but they were free. All this happened between 2017 and 2018. In the recent years, our laws have gotten stricter, and maybe things would have looked different if they still were alive. I've heard the paraplegic guy works as a cashier at some store now, and I have avoided going to that store. What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, that seems.
Swedish laws are fucked. I'm going to fact check this really quick.
Yeah.
In Sweden, the minimum age for criminal responsibility is 15 years. This means that individuals who commit a crime before turning 15 cannot be prosecuted, and their cases are handled by social services instead of criminal justice system, which is what she was explaining.
Right.
Holy shit, that's insane.
So they weren't 18?
No,
Oh.
because the guy...
Or 15,
the
right?
guy
They said
died.
15.
Yeah, here it says 15, but the guy was...
They must have
probably on the-
lowered it in that
guy was on the
time.
cusp of 17.
So they must have lowered it in the... Because she said, what you read says 15 can be charged.
Yeah.
So they must have lowered it from 18 after this.
So you can just do whatever the fuck you want until you're 15 in Sweden.
That's what it sounds like.
Wild.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, it says, so what she's talking about, it changing the new sentencing rules in Sweden effective January 2nd, 2022 have significantly impacted the legal landscape for young offenders. The youth rebate previously available for those aged 18 to 20 is no longer
so it did lower.
is no longer applicable for crimes with a minimum sentence of more than 1 year of imprisonment.
Yeah, so it did happen in 2022.
This change
or before.
This change aims to increase the punishment for more serious crimes and prevent lenient sentences that fail to recognize the severity of the crime. The rules also align Swedish law with neighboring Nordic countries and limit certain youth sentences to individuals who have not yet turned 18 at the time of the crime. These changes reflect a broader effort to address the overrepresentation of younger offenders in Sweden and to ensure that the legal system reflects the seriousness of the crimes committed by individuals in their formative years. Swedish rule is wild. It says life imprisonment in Sweden is a term of imprisonment for an indeterminate length. It is the most severe punishment available in Sweden. Swedish law states that the longest punishment other than life imprisonment is a fixed prison term of 18 years.
Jeez.
18 years is the max outside of life.
If you don't get life, yeah.
That's insane.
That is wild.
I mean, look, I think that there's a lot of people in this country that have been put in prison for the most ridiculous stuff for life.
Yeah.
That didn't have anything to do with anybody getting killed or murdered or raped or anything like that. So I do agree that some of our stuff is overcompensating.
Yeah.
But if you murder somebody, you're done, dude.
Well, you're probably getting life.
Except you're not.
Well, if you were
Sweden.
below the age of, what would you call that? It was at 18 before, so if you were younger than 18,
yeah,
and they handled it with CPS.
3 years ago.
Yeah, crazy, right?
3 years ago.
Well, there wasn't too much crime over there. That's what the deal is. It wasn't as severe.
Yeah, but here's
crime.
the thing, though. You can't really state that because their population is like the population of one of our states.
Right.
So to
And that's
say
why it was a lot
that their
more.
crime rate is lower per capita, no, it's
Yeah, but
not.
you see, but per capita is just like a way to lie with stats. You don't really take account the actual numbers.
But look, dude.
It just waters down the
But
stats.
look, if there's let's put this into solid numbers. Let's say there's 100,000 people in Sweden. If 50,000 people are murdering, that's a massive amount of people that need to be corrected. And just because it's only 50,000 comparable to the 5 million in America that are also committing the same crimes, it doesn't mean Sweden is less bad.
Right.
It just means that they don't have as many people.
Yeah,
to be a bigger person.
But also at the same time, on the flip side of what you're saying, 5 murders is a lot of murders there.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of murders, more than that they would be having. So that's why they're starting to change the law. Because, I mean, I'm willing to bet that they were probably having less than 1 murder a year before
Let's see.
the times have changed.
Per 100,000.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And let's see. U.S. 22,900.
Yeah.
In the United States, resulting in a homicide rate of 6.9 per 100,000 people,
Yeah.
marking the highest rate in nearly 25 years.
So
it's only gotten worse over here, folks.
Yeah, it's only getting worse too.
Yeah, that's very sad, though, that they were able to do all of those things, and then we're literally just out and about fucking, let's steal a car.
Yeah, not learning lessons.
And no, not at all. I mean, we talk about how children aren't held accountable, and that's like, oh, I'm sorry, because you didn't speak Swedish or Swedish?
Yeah, your bum's on the Swedish.
Is that what they speak?
Oh, Swedlandia. Yes, it's Swedish, Mom.
Swedish. Okay. So just because they didn't speak the language, 2 of them didn't speak the language, they didn't understand that somebody was getting raped
I know,
and
right?
murdered?
Yeah. Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure in any culture that's bad.
Couldn't you then argue that any deaf person that commits crime just didn't know what was happening?
They don't speak the language. They don't speak Swedish Sign Language. They speak American Sign Language. So how are they supposed to know that rape and murder is bad?
Even if they spoke Swedish Sign Language, what if none of the other people did?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Moving on. I mean, very sad story. I don't really have much else to add to that other than Sweden is really fucked up with their murder laws.
Yeah, that's
sad day.
Pretty morbid. That's a way to kick the show off. That was
I told
really
you
morbid.
I had 2 morbid ones.
Yeah. All right.
And we got some Swedish death facts in there.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks for that. Peaceful country.
You're welcome. Next one is also from r/Am I the Asshole? Am I the asshole for moving back home after my husband left me even though I am pregnant? Okay. I feel like this is a double negative, but let's move on.
Let's hear it.
I've been getting cruel messages from my ex, his family, and our friends for the past few days. My soon-to-be ex-husband, Levi, 33 male, and I, 28 female, have been together for a decade, married for 5 years. I'm currently pregnant with our first baby and due next month. After I graduated, I moved back to his hometown, a major city on the West Coast, with him. I'm from a bigger city in the Midwest, but loved living out there. I thought we were happy. We planned our baby and were so excited. But a few weeks ago, he told me he was going to file for divorce. He said he didn't want to be tied down anymore. He was still young and needed to live his life, etc. After they've been together for a decade?
No.
He doesn't want to be tied down anymore.
Sounds like somebody I know.
Who?
Well, we didn't get married after 10 years.
Yeah. So what, are you going to get me pregnant and then tell me you don't want to be tied down anymore?
Well, you're used goods. Like, why would I want to? I don't want to marry a chick that's pregnant, bro.
What the fuck? We're already married. He said he didn't want to be tied down anymore. He was still young and needed to live his life, etc. 33 male. He's still young. He's got to get them hoes in.
Gotta get them.
He said there was nobody else, but I know since then he's been seeing someone. So he just gets it off his chest and then he's like, let's start fucking.
You know, that's exactly what time it is.
He wanted me to move out, but this is my house too. I put down the down payment even. So he's been staying with his friend Louie.
Do not come.
I can't afford to live here on my own while maintaining my lifestyle. Okay, well, that would be your first problem. Sure, I could make it work, but it wouldn't be the kind of lifestyle I want to live, especially with a baby. Yeah. I make really good money, even, but it's so expensive. I have friends for sure, but not the support system he does. No family here. So I've decided to move back home, and luckily my company has a location in my hometown, so I was able to keep my job. That's great. All good things.
Perfect. Yeah.
My parents have been so supportive. They've divorced and hate one another, but are now combined in their hatred of Levi, which is interesting to see. Great. So she just has wonderful people to learn from. They've secured me a nice rental home in my city and refused to let me pay them back, saying I need to save for my next house. They're paying for my divorce lawyer and my co-pays at my new doctor here. They're paying, so I'm doing the right thing for my baby and are happy to help me. My mom is about to retire and even wants to watch my baby while I work after my maternity leave. So it's been an ideal situation for me. Levi is furious. He's claiming that I moved to get back at him and am going to try to keep him out of our baby's life. What the fuck was she supposed to do?
Didn't he not want to be in the baby's life?
Exactly. He literally said, I don't want to be married anymore.
Yeah. Kind of chose that one yourself.
Right. I explained very clearly that I couldn't afford to be a single mom in San Diego, but he doesn't believe me. He's told everyone I moved back to get the upper hand on custody. Who gives a fuck? Like,
If you didn't want.
But also let him fucking say whatever the fuck he wants to say.
Yeah.
He literally left his pregnant wife.
Exactly.
Shut the fuck up, Donnie.
His opinion doesn't really hold a lot of weight.
Right, exactly.
That's not why I moved, but it's definitely a plus. His job doesn't have any locations here, and they won't keep him if he moves. He could get another job here, of course, but he says that's too much to ask of him. Wah, wah, wah.
Right.
I told him I'd be going for child support once the baby is born, and he told me I needed to make up my mind. About what? Could he
Right.
be a dad or no? Yeah, if you want to move back to the Midwest and suck it up and get another job, you can be a dad.
Right.
I told him he was going to be a dad regardless, and if he doesn't want to move here, then he would be a dad by paying child support. Bing.
Exactly.
I don't think I'm the asshole. I think I'm doing what I have to do. But I don't know what I'm supposed to say to all these people texting and calling me and telling me I'm keeping Levi's baby from him.
Sounds
This
like
is
it's
where
his
I
choice.
don't connect with people because I just wouldn't talk to any of them.
Right.
I just-
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you know how you get spam calls from
Yeah.
people and texts
block that
and
shit.
emails?
Yeah.
You can block them when they're people you actually know, too.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't have to be only be the numbers that you don't know. It works both ways. I mean, would you even have a relationship with these other people after this point? Probably not. So why does it matter what they think or are saying? You're never going to see them again. You moved away. Move on. This person just likes drama.
Definitely.
Let's see.
Can I point something out real quick?
Sure.
You talking like sense and dressed the way you are is insane.
That's the point.
Yeah. Sorry.
Obviously, top comment, not the asshole. More than likely, the ones bugging you don't know the truth of the situation. Also, again, why do you care?
Exactly.
I just, you're literally worried about the opinion of people who are on the side of the person that left their pregnant wife.
Right, exactly.
And not for a good reason. His reason was, I want to fuck.
Yeah.
And not you.
Right? Dude, lions don't care what the sheep does with a home loan, or however the saying goes.
I agree with this other person that says, and sorry, OP, but he had the girlfriend before he told you he wanted to divorce. The
Oh,
whole
100%.
I'm too young to be tied down was just an excuse.
That's exactly. Especially if they were together for 10 years.
If I was having a child in this situation, I would 100% choose my mother over the piece of shit.
Yeah, 100%.
It'd be one thing if it was by accident, but if you plan to have a kid with your wife and then immediately bail on her before the kid's born, there could be a few reasons, but none that would make me think he's ready to be a good father. There had to have for sure been red flags before this, though.
Had to.
There's no way that it's just everything's going fine, and great, and dandy, and then out of the blue, he's like, I don't want to be
Yeah.
with you
I mean,
anymore.
well, some people would say that the red flag in itself would be being together for 10 years without getting married. See, I guess me and you don't see that as a red flag,
Yeah, I mean, for me, that's not one.
but
But
that would be the top.
I guess it all depends on the situation because we were together for so long and not getting married because we literally were both under the idea that we were not going to get married. Like, I wasn't with you pining and waiting and hoping and wishing that you were going to propose.
Right, because in the end, a piece of paper doesn't tell
Right.
you that you're in love.
To me, it was like, if it happens, great. If it doesn't happen, I still have exactly
Right,
what
because
I want.
because people want that day that they wanted.
Right.
They want everybody there. They want the music. They want the dance.
Right. Well, and I think they want it like a big to do or
Yeah,
whatever.
Exactly.
And I guess I would go back and ask her, were you wanting to have been married to him 2 years into dating, 3 years into dating,
Mhm.
and then you just kept waiting and waiting, and then 5 years came around, and then he finally, after you were like, shit or get off the pot type of
Mhm.
situation, then he finally asked you.
Right, but it wouldn't have been 5 because he
No.
waited 10.
No, they've been together for 10, married for 5.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Yeah, they've been together for a
So
decade,
wait, he was
married for
wait a
5
second.
years.
Yeah, no, dude has a side piece. Like that's the only thing that was going on.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's why I'm
too
like,
young to be tied down when you get a baby. Like that's. I mean, he's having what you call that a crisis when you're gonna have a big life change and you start getting scared. Like he's having like one of those moments,
yeah, I don't
but
know.
he's saying that he can't be tied down. You've been tied down for 5 years.
That's what
What
I'm
the fuck are you
saying.
talking about?
That's what I'm
What
saying.
the hell?
Well, but then also, like the whole, even if they were together for 10 years and only married for 1, logic would tell you've been tied down for 10 years, sir.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless you just were like, oh, I'm not married and I didn't have a problem cheating on her that whole time because we weren't married.
Yeah, but then
Which could
but
be.
but that's only half of their relationship. They also got they got married. Like,
Right. They've been married for 5
yeah,
years.
so that's
and it's not like they got pregnant right after they got
That's
married.
not like it's like 2 months in and
Yeah.
I'm having cold feet.
Yeah. No.
It's 5 fucking years.
5 years, dude. Yeah. I don't know. He's probably a serial cheater. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Wouldn't be surprised. Moving on. Right. Oh, this is my other morbid one. Again, from r/am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for packing up my late boyfriend's things on my own and sending boxes to his parents instead of letting them do it? I think this one's going to be controversial.
Okay.
My 29 female boyfriend, 34 male, of 6.5 years passed away last week after a short but intense battle with cancer. I was his primary caretaker in his final months, and we lived together. I did my best to respect his wishes during that time, including setting boundaries around hospital visits and limiting guests at home to only the people he wanted to see. These boundaries were often hard for others to accept, but I always tried to act based on what he wanted. Since he passed, things have felt complicated. On the day he died, his mother was at the hospital and took some of the personal photos we had brought from home without asking. I was, and still am, hurt that within minutes of his death, I wasn't even asked about the items. Shortly after, she said she'd be coming over to pack up his things. We've lived together for years. Our lease is ending soon, and I'm the one left to pack and navigate all of our shared belongings and my own grief. I've already sent a box of his childhood and sentimental items to his parents, things I know he would have wanted them to have right away. But the idea of someone else, even his mom, coming into our space and going through our life together while I'm still processing everything feels like another loss and an invasion of privacy. It's already hard to know I'll be leaving the place we shared so much life and love shortly. My plan is to pack his things myself, keep what we built together and what is meaningful to me, and then send more boxes with anything meaningful to his family. I don't want to keep things from them. I just want time and space to grieve the life we shared. I'm not planning to give away or discard anything they'd want, but I do want to be the one to go through it. I know they're grieving too. I know his mom probably wants to feel close to him, and packing his things might be part of that for her. But I feel like I've been on this journey with him every step of the way. I don't want our home, our life, to become a fight with his family. So, am I the asshole for wanting to pack up his things myself and send them to his family later instead of letting them come over to do it?
No. What do you think? What's your judgment?
All of her feelings are valid,
Mm-hmm.
and while it does feel like an invasion of privacy,
Mm-hmm.
legally speaking, she is not entitled to anything that is his at all.
What are you talking about?
They're boyfriend and girlfriend.
Okay. Yeah.
So the fact that she doesn't want them coming in to go through her stuff, she's not as far as I understand how it works, is that the moment the son passes away, the mom has every right to go in there and get whatever she wants, because it's now belongs to her.
I mean, she's giving
unless
it back
there's
to the
some
parents.
unless there's some piece of paper somewhere that could be used as a will.
Yeah, well, he
to
probably has, like, if he's been sick for a while, which he had, right? He'd been.
No, they said it was very soon. It was very quick. It says short but intense battle with cancer.
Okay, but they had some time to prepare in the final months.
Oh yeah, a couple of months.
So they had a little bit of time to prepare.
But again, if like nothing is in writing of any kind that's been notarized, whatever they talked about doesn't mean shit.
Yeah. But let's just say that they, like, I mean, because, all right.
I'm just saying,
'Cause she's
I don't
not
think she's an
keeping
asshole for
stuff.
wanting to
Yeah.
do that. I don't think she's an asshole for her wanting to do that.
She's not keeping
But at the same
stuff.
time, the mom has legal rights to come in and get his stuff. And,
right, and she's just packing it in boxes.
Yes, but the mother could take her to court and argue that there was supposed to be this, this, and this, and she didn't send me this, this, and this, and now I want to be compensated.
Well, that's just
I'm not saying it's right
Jewish.
as far as like morally speaking,
Yeah.
but this is the conundrum that people get into when, especially when it seems like he wasn't like all that close with his family because he wanted very specific things, like only certain people to come during certain times.
So if they went through doing that, I'm pretty sure they had a little plan for the stuff.
Yeah, but just because they planned it, if he didn't write it out and get it notarized, it doesn't mean anything.
And there's no way to tell whether they did or didn't.
She would have said it in her post if it was something that they did.
But so, because I don't think that she's this like, I think that you're like coming at this from an angle that's not even being addressed.
Which is?
The legality of it.
But
that, no, she's saying.
She's not asking that.
No, she's saying, is it morally wrong to pack up the stuff and give it to them rather than let her come and get them? She's not asking about the legal stuff. She's just asking about the morality of it.
What's HCPOA?
Where is that at?
She's saying I was his HCPOA.
His crime. What is that? Your power of attorney.
Hospital something?
Hospice care power of attorney, probably.
I really do. I don't know why it says ETA. I think she meant edit.
Yeah. So if she has the power of attorney, that means she has that paper that you're talking about.
I really do want to keep the peace and make this amicable. I was his HCPOA. However, I stepped back and left family to make funeral decisions and want them to have his things back. They agreed to have me close bank accounts, notify work, etc., as I was the most knowledgeable of these. But I plan to keep detailed record of transparency with everything going to his family. There are items that while his feel like ours,
Mm-hmm.
clothes we bought together, travel souvenirs, concert mementos. This is what I want. I also want a chance to process through and remember all he shared about the memories from his past as I pack up other items for his family. See, this is exactly what I mean.
Yeah.
Her idea of what is hers, because it was ours,
Mm-hmm.
does not meet the same uh, definition
Mm-hmm.
of what is his.
Yeah.
So that's where, like, I don't disagree with her. I would feel this way if we weren't married and you died. I would literally have to be doing this same thing
Yeah.
with a lot of other terrible people.
Okay. But to get to the morality of it, which is what I think she was asking. So when my grandpa died,
Mm-hmm.
so
You could take it off.
no, I was just airing it out. So when my grandpa died, he died on a Tuesday, and then that Saturday, my grandma was like, "Hey, come over. We're painting that room."
Mm-hmm.
And you know, me and my cousins were kind of like, "Wow, it's kind of quick," but you know, it's like, it's her like, the, we we can't just make her stay in the house with my grandpa's room the way it was. It's her grieving process to just
Well, and she's also the wife. So
right.
If
Exactly.
she wants to do that to the room, she has every right to do
Right.
that to the
So
room.
like, I don't know how long these people were together.
6.5 years.
Right. So that's still a decent amount of time to want, like if it was me and you at this point, you would make the decisions to keep certain stuff and get rid of certain stuff at your will. Nobody should barge in on you. Like if the family wanted to be asshole, because nobody's even saying that the mom is saying that I want to go get the stuff. She's just having a moral. She's just
she already took stuff from the hospital without asking or saying anything.
right, exactly.
Literally
and then
within the same hour that he died.
right. So when it's the house, she's probably saying like, just let me grieve at my own process. Like, don't come barging in and rummage through our shit. Just I'll go through it at my leisure because while you are grieving too, I am the inner circle.
Right. I'm not disagreeing with you on any of those points. What I'm saying from a legal standpoint, the mother can then go to the cops and go, she's not letting me in to get my son's belongings who just passed away. They're only boyfriend and girlfriend, and I have a legal right to those things.
Well, yeah. I mean, she said she had the power of attorney.
Yeah, but power of attorney doesn't mean what belongings go to who. Power of attorney.
Power of attorney means you decide what belongings go to who.
No,
That's
they
exactly
don't.
what power of attorney means.
Okay, we will look this up.
Yeah, power of attorney means that you are acting in that person's place.
Yeah, on legal matters, meaning
On
like
everything.
Meaning like if they are going on a ventilator, what happens?
What happens to the stuff? What happens to everything? Power of attorney means power of attorney.
No, it's only a healthcare power of attorney.
Oh, is that what that is?
HCP.
Okay, so that's just for that
POA.
stuff. Okay.
Yeah, it stands for Healthcare
right.
Power of Attorney, which is legal document that allows an individual to designate someone they trust to make medical decisions on their behalf if they become unable to do so themselves. This document ensures that the individual's healthcare wishes are respected and can include decisions about end-of-life care. It is important for individuals of all ages to have a blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. But, okay, because like a regular power of attorney is literally all your stuff.
You're still wrong about that.
I'm not, though. I've signed fucking 6 power of attorneys when I've gone on deployment. I know exactly what it means.
I knew I was right about this.
Keep reading.
A power of attorney does not have the authority to decide who gets what belongings. The POA is a legal document that allows an individual to grant authority to another person to make decisions and act on their behalf. While a POA can manage financial affairs, it does not have the power to dictate inheritance or property distribution. The POA's authority is limited to the specific powers granted in the document, and it cannot make decisions outside the scope of those powers. So I guess if you specifically put that in the event that I die, you now have control over all of my belongings, which nobody would ever grant that to a
Right.
POA.
No.
So I am correct.
I mean, okay. Say that you are correct here,
That a
but
power of attorney
but
does
the
not have
stuff-
the right to
but the stuff in
dictate
there,
who moves what.
but the stuff in the house, you can't, like, the mom can't just expect, oh, I could go into your house and willy-nilly and grab everything. Like, I mean, it doesn't sound like they're gonna be assholes, but that would be like an asshole move to be like, I need to go in.
100% it would be
Right.
an asshole move.
And she's not saying that they're doing that. She's just asking because
She just doesn't want anybody rifling through the stuff.
Yeah, because you've taken this from a strictly legal standpoint, and she's asking a moral question.
Yep. But my point is
It's
that
strictly legal. But
no, it's not strictly legal. My point is if she says, let's say she determines from this, oh, I'm not the asshole, and I can I will indeed tell them that I'm going to just send you the stuff. Like, I'm going to go through everything. What I'm saying is that she might not legally be allowed to
right.
do that.
That's what I'm saying. You're coming at this
So
from a
even if-
strictly legal standpoint. She's asking a moral question.
Yeah, and
She's not asking a legal question. She's asking a moral question. She's asking if she's
and my
the
point is,
asshole.
it doesn't matter whether it's morally right or wrong, because in the end, it matters what she can legally get away with. Because just because she feels like she's morally right for saying she wants to go
But
through
they
the stuff,
are not fighting about this stuff. She's asking if she should feel like an asshole for boxing the stuff up. That's a moral question. She's asking if she should feel like an asshole for boxing his stuff up and not letting the mom.
and
go
I'm
through
saying
it.
it's irrelevant whether she
No,
feels
it
like an
is.
asshole or not.
It's her question. It's literally her question: is if she should feel like an asshole or not what she is legally entitled to do.
That's fine.
Right.
I'm still going with what the fuck I am saying. I don't understand. Like, that's great.
Because the question that you read on the Reddit is not a legal question. She's asking a moral question.
And I'm saying the moral question is invalid because it doesn't matter. It literally, what matters is what she can and cannot do.
But what is happening is they're not fighting.
No, this is literally this is exactly what is the problem with people that argue about shit, is because they think that they're morally entitled to something or morally right about something, when in the end it doesn't matter how you feel about the situation. It matters what can and cannot happen based on facts.
She's not asking about
I know
what they
she's
can
not asking
do. She's
it.
asking
My
if
thing
she
is
should
that
feel bad.
It doesn't matter if she
It does,
feels
though, because
bad.
she's having a moral quandary within her heart. That is what's happening. She's having a moral conundrum. That's why she's asking if she should feel bad about wanting to grieve in her own way.
And someone or all of these people are going to tell her, yes, you're totally right. You don't need to feel bad about this. You have
that's
every
why she's
right.
writing to Reddit for. She's not asking for legal advice. She's asking for people to fucking tell her she's right in her feelings. Like the question I get what you're saying, and you are correct, but that's not what she's asking, because like for it to get to what you're saying, it would have to be a fight, and they're not fighting over it. She's just asking if she should feel bad.
I know, but what I'm getting at is that all of these responses are coming from
from the morality.
No, they're coming from it as if she is what she's in their minds. Everyone is like, oh, you live together, you pay bills together, you've been together for 6.5 years, you have the rights to all of those things.
Well, no,
she does not.
That's not true at all.
Because look at this.
That's not what this is.
You are his significant other, his partner. Y'all are adults with bills and jobs and debts, etc. You may not have been married legally, but your lives were well and truly blended together. That doesn't mean anything.
That is wrong, exactly. Because
that's my point. That is my point.
Okay,
Is
I
that
didn't know
is
that you were reading
these
comments
people-
that were trying to give her legal advice.
these
I thought you
people-
were giving legal advice
But
to a moral question.
My point is that everyone is going to be telling her, justifying why she is not morally wrong in this, based off of the fact because they believe just because you've been with somebody for 6.5 years and you went through him with his dying breath, that you are somehow like decision maker over all of the stuff, and that's not how it works.
Legally.
Correct.
Right. And that
Because
so,
I guarantee you she's coming from it from that standpoint. She's like, well, I've been to she literally started it out saying, I've been with him for 6.5 years. It was a short battle, but I was his primary caretaker in his final months, blah, blah, blah. Like she's stating her case as to why she should be allowed to have all of these things. And I feel for her, and I would outside of the legal spectrum of the United States, I would be like, yes, absolutely, I agree with you. And all of those things. You showed that you cared for him more than anybody else in his family. So you should be entitled to whatever happens to his stuff. But that's not how it works. My point is that she was already in her first paragraph trying to validate why she should be allowed to have the right to do that.
That's not what
first.
I see. What I got out of it was that she was asking if it's morally right for her to, or if she should feel like an asshole.
After she gave you, she didn't just say, my boyfriend died and now his mom wants to go through the stuff, but I want to go through it first. Because if she didn't think that there was anything she needed to put in there to validate why she should or shouldn't be allowed to, she wouldn't have done that.
Right.
She's trying to prove to us.
But she also never said that the mom is fighting to get in there. They never said that they're fighting. She never said that does she have legal grounds to do this? She just saying, should I feel bad for boxing it up and not letting her come through my house?
I disagree with you.
Okay, but
because she doesn't say exactly that we're in a fight, but she does make it sound as if there's already an issue at hand because she either needs to tell them not to come in or to come in. Because it says we've lived together for years, our lease is ending soon, and I'm the one left to pack and navigate all of our shared belongings and my own grief. I've already sent a box of childhood sentimental items to his parents, things I know we would have wanted them to have right away. But the idea of someone else, even his mom, coming into our space and going through our life together while I'm still processing everything feels like another loss and an invasion of privacy, which means that they've already had the conversation, that she's already stated, I want to come and get this up.
It doesn't say, no, because she would say
shortly after she said she'd be coming over to
house.
Pack up his things.
Yeah, but in that second paragraph,
it literally says shortly after
she packed up the things that were at the hospital.
No. I was and still am hurt that within minutes of his death, I wasn't even asked about the items. Shortly after, she said she would be coming over to pack up his things the same day that he died. She is saying, I'm coming to the house to pack up his things. So, yes, it is already an issue. That's why she is writing this lovely post asking if she should or shouldn't allow it to happen.
But okay, she wants to come over and pack up the things. She never gave the time frame, and she packed up the stuff, but she never said that the mom is insisting like it's going to become an issue. She's just saying that she wants her time and she doesn't know how to tell the mom. They haven't started fighting about it. She's never said that they've gotten upset with each other. There's no she wants to come and I'm telling her no. She's saying, should I feel bad?
She posted fucking before he died. And she says she's Jesus Christ, let me go to this. Partner just diagnosed with cancer and I'm worried since we're not married. My partner of 6+ years was diagnosed with cancer this week. We don't have a lot of details yet, but my mind is already spiraling. We're not married or engaged yet, but it's been in our plans for a while now. I'm worried that not being legally married could create problems in coordinating his care. Correct? I'm a planner, so I'm trying to think ahead to avoid any disruptions during treatment. We're also concerned about what happens if he can't work and how that will impact his insurance. I'm not even sure what exactly I'm asking, but I'm open to any advice from anyone who's been through something similar. Why did she put ETA? I don't know what that means. The only thing I know ETA stands for is estimated time of arrival.
So it's probably like an edit, something.
Hi again. It's been a minute since I first posted and I said I'd come back with an update. I really appreciate all the advice given originally. We know it's a stage 4 cancer, but it's presenting as abnormal and they can't actually determine what kind it is. We're entering week 2 of a hospital stay for various reasons, and it really seems like one thing after the other. Having all these suggestions is super helpful to work through and process all of this. So she posted that 2 months ago. Damn.
And then now he's dead. 21 hours ago, yesterday.
Holy shit. How sad.
Yeah.
2 months, dude. They should have just went to the courthouse.
Yeah.
Then this wouldn't be a problem. Either way, she's not asking the right questions.
For you.
Not for me. It doesn't matter how she feels about whether she wants to go through with him or not.
But she's just only asking about how
because
she
she's going to feel. Here's
she's not
my
asking
thing.
a legal
she's
question.
going to feel like she's been robbed when if she in fact does decide that she doesn't want the mother to go through the things and she's going to go through the things, and then the mother flips out
well,
because
then let's
she's
check
going
back
through
on
grief.
it next week if they've started fighting. Put a tab on this one.
I'll
because
say it.
I think she's asking a moral question.
Yeah,
and
she
you think she
is
should
asking.
be asking
No, I think
legal
she is
questions.
asking a moral question. I'm saying she's asking the wrong question because she wants to know if her feelings are valid. She feels them. I agree with her, but she's going to feel like somebody is stealing stuff from her when the police come with the mother and say, you have to let her go through the stuff because they belong to her now.
Right. If it comes down to that.
If.
That's if the mom decides that, hey, you're not letting me do this and I'm going to get the police involved.
Exactly.
But them having been together for 6 years, I think hopefully they'll be amicable about it. But I say tab it and let's follow along and see if it does spiral into what you're thinking.
Yeah,
And see if it turns into what you think, because I think that you just have a negative view on it. You're just coming.
I just have a realistic view on it.
Well, some would say pessimistic.
I know. My thing, this is how my brain works.
Mm-hmm.
I don't make a decision on something unless I know that the decision that I make can be followed through with. And so if I decide that I want to have control over my unmarried partner's belongings, I would then think, gee, do I have any right to any of these things? And I would go, oh, wait, I don't.
Right. Exactly. But
because
like
that's just
I said,
how, I wouldn't even bother wasting the mental load on whether or not I want to have it.
Are you?
Because I wouldn't have it.
You have the craziest anxiety about things that don't happen.
Exactly, because I consider all of the possibilities.
You consider all of the negative possibilities, which is what you're doing here.
Possibilities.
They're only negative, though. You're not looking at any positives. Negativity isn't the only thing that happens. These people could be nice and amicable, and she's probably just...
Comes to people dying, it
well,
definitely is only bad.
Well, I say keep a tab on it, because that one is... If it spits into what you think, then I'll concede. But I don't even think that is going on here.
Okay. Moving on.
Moving on.
This one is also from r/Am I the Asshole? Am I the asshole for possibly wanting to leave someone for their Twitter following? This is the most Gen Z post I've ever read. Here goes nothing.
I am not going to like this.
No, I know. That's why I picked this.
Oh, my God. Go ahead.
I, 21 female, have been talking to this guy, 29 male, for 2+ months now. Okay.
Right. I'm over this.
Come on. We aren't official, but we are exclusive to each other. What does that mean? How can you be official but not exclusive?
They're not official, but
No.
exclusive.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So how can you not be official but exclusive? Because official and not
Because of their
exclusive would make
ages.
sense. Because like official would mean we're officially dating, but we also are still fucking other people, right? Because
Wait,
official
what?
but not exclusive.
No,
that
but
could-
that's different.
I know. So what is official?
Not official,
Not-
but exclusive.
See, my brain doesn't even work that way.
Okay, how are you
What's
not getting it?
What's not official, but we are? How can you be exclusive
Because
but
they're
not,
not
official?
boyfriend and girlfriend, but they are the only people that each other are fucking. So they're
why
not
wouldn't
boyfriend
it
and
just
girlfriend?
Be boyfriend and girlfriend. If you're
Babe,
not, if you're
This is not a legal
if you're not
fucking
fucking
conundrum
anybody else.
here. This is just what they're doing.
In fact, I actually asked him today if he even sees me being his girlfriend in the future, and he said yes. But we have been arguing for the past few days.
After 2 months.
It all started when we first followed each other on Twitter. Oh my lord.
Okay.
Since I'm nosy like that, I went through his following, red flag, and saw that he followed porn accounts, and it made me feel uncomfortable. So I brought it up to him. He was being really stubborn about it, and he didn't want to unfollow them. Eventually, he did, but he forgot to unfollow one account, which happened to be the account of the one who has the same nationality as me. Okay. I'm not sure if that was truly an accident, but I don't know, sign. After mentioning it to him, though, he did unfollow that last account. So I don't know why, but I did some more digging, because you're a
'Cause
psycho,
this is insane.
through his account and went through his photos section. She put it in quotes, not me. Since he doesn't post that many photos, I found a reply from 2014.
Okay. Which would make you, at that time, what's 21 minus 9? All right, she was 12.
Of him low-key being thirsty on this picture from this account that solely has the purpose of posting bad bitches. I didn't even mind the tweet that much since it was super old. Oh, so not that much. But I clicked the account and saw that he still followed it. Dun, dun, dun. When I looked through his following, though, I did not see that account. So this was a surprise to me. I then mentioned how this account makes me feel uncomfortable again.
She's
And
just tightening the reins.
Insecure. I'm not even sure if this is an internal issue or if I'm justified for this, but the account just posts a random selection of girls that are like twerking or have their ass or
Right, so it's
titties
like
out.
the Chive account or something.
He asked me why I feel so insecure about it, and I explained to him that it makes me feel like I'm being compared, even if that's not his intention. This is such a 21-year-old
Well,
thing to be worried about.
to be honest, the Twitter was there first.
Oops, sorry. What does that mean?
They've only been talking for 2 fucking months.
Yeah.
What does she mean that she's being compared? No, like she's trying to be in front of the porn. The porn was there first.
I guess.
She wants to be the only one there. She should make herself the only one there without
Yeah, she's
tightening
trying
the reins.
to do that. How would she do that without tightening the reins? Please explain.
By being the object of his fantasy, by being what he wants, by what the fuck?
I think you're going to get yourself in trouble here on this one,
No,
buddy.
it's so dumb.
Is it? Because it would be impossible. Because by that argument, you shouldn't watch porn at all.
That's so stupid. Exactly.
But you just said if she was
I'm not saying that
the
she should.
object of his fantasy, then he would have no want to watch porn anymore.
She should make it that way. If that's what she wants, without force, she should be what he wants.
That's the stupidest argument I've ever heard in my life.
Her argument is the stupidest argument.
No, I think that she's super insecure by doing all of the sleuthing shit.
Exactly.
But her simply saying, hey, if I'm going to be with you, I don't want you watching porn. I don't want you following porn and blah, 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 whatever with the porn. That's a completely valid and reasonable thing to ask somebody to do.
Right. I think that is valid and reasonable. But
because you were making it sound like she should just either be a slut in front of him to make him not watch porn,
dumbass.
or
not
ask him to not watch porn.
So that's maybe what came out of my mouth, but that's not
that's
what I meant.
definitely what came out of your mouth.
That's not what I meant.
Okay.
What I meant was that she should make him want to do that, right? Like be, I don't know.
Again, I don't think that that's the argument that you should be
taking. It sounds like she's
taking.
trying to force it out and not like make him want
what it seems like is that she definitely doesn't trust him and said, hey, don't do this anymore, and then immediately was like, I don't believe anything that you say, and then started digging back till 2014.
Right. She's just going further. He
probably doesn't even realize that he's still followed somebody because it's like doesn't even fucking matter to him.
Right.
And she's overanalyzing everything.
And pulling the reins tighter. I don't think it's going to go any better than blow up in her face.
Reason she's probably not with somebody now is for the same fucking reason.
Yeah.
He then was being extremely stubborn about not wanting to unfollow them and mentioned how he has been following this account for 11 years and didn't even realize he follows an account like this since it's not really even active anymore. Last post was in March. Okay.
It's October, so yeah, it's not active.
It's definitely not active.
Yeah.
I then told him that if someone is trying to pursue me romantically, I don't want to see what kind of accounts they are gooning over. Well, then stop fucking scrolling through his Twitter.
Don't go see. Exactly.
That's an easy one. Like, I don't even care if they want to watch porn or look at that kind of content, but just don't do it in my face. How is he doing it in your face?
It's not in your face.
You didn't say that you walked in on him doing it.
Right. Because the next step after he gets rid of that, she's going to start going through his history.
Yeah, she's
being controlling.
Hypocrite all the way, dude. Not a hypocrite. 'Cause she's not doing the porn.
No.
Can you imagine she's an OnlyFans?
I know. Shit.
Like, I don't even care if they want to watch porn or look at that kind of content, but just don't do it in my face, you know? So his response to this was to unfollow me instead of the account to get rid of the issue.
Perfect.
This doesn't even make sense because if anything, he should have removed me, but I digress.
Oh my God. He doesn't even understand Twitter that much. You're just
No, exactly. He says it because he's just like, oh, I'll just unfollow you. And it's like, no, but she can still see everything. He eventually ended up refollowing me and telling me that he will unfollow the account, but he first has to download TikTok and look through my following.
Right.
So he created a TikTok and followed me and gave up looking through who I follow since the list was apparently too long. Now he remains having the account followed, and it really rubs me the wrong way.
Oh, you don't like being looked at? Like you don't like somebody tracking your every move?
No. He's still following the account that she wanted.
I thought.
At first, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Too, but I realized no. She's talking about that he hasn't unfollowed the one and only account that just posts thirst traps of different girls. That also not even one girl. It's just
also
different
hasn't
girls.
in 7 months.
Yes. I don't even know if it's the account anymore it's not, honey. It's not the account that's bothering you. It's you that's bothering you. I think it's honestly starting to be his pettiness.
Wait
a second. How does he have pettiness?
Yeah.
You're the one with pettiness. And the fact that he's just playing in my face. What? And I have been considering cutting him off. But anyway, am I the asshole?
Yes.
Yes.
100% yes.
Oh my God, everybody's on her side. His social media is showing you his character.
Oh my God.
Trying to change him is not the answer. It won't work. If you don't want to be with someone who likes porn, then break up. You're just making both of you unhappy trying to police his thoughts. Edit. If you are truly okay with it and just don't want to see it, then why didn't you just stop looking? I think you aren't being honest with yourself.
Right.
Correct. Oh my God.
Everybody's saying not
my
the
God.
asshole, but telling her why she's the asshole.
He has a porn addiction.
Oh my God.
Just walk away. Not gonna lie, although it just sounds like it's bound to lead to resentment and anger towards him even more in the future. Why do you think it's an addiction? Not the asshole, but you're not even his girlfriend yet. Why even make demands on him? If you find stuff he does icky, just don't get into a
Oh,
relationship
somebody did
with
say
him.
she's the asshole.
Why try to change him when you can find a non-problematic guy?
I don't understand how that's problematic.
What's that saying about fixing men? You fix him for his next girl. You aren't.
Y'all aren't compatible.
Y'all aren't compatible. An almost 30-year-old man isn't going to stick around for someone he isn't dating, trying to control his social media over 11-year-old post. You're the asshole. 100%. Oh, I forgot. He's 29.
Yeah, he's 29.
Yeah, they are not
And
on the
they've been
same.
arguing for days over this dumb shit.
I can't believe he's even entertained it. He just
No.
wants to fuck.
Obviously.
You're not even together, so I can understand why you're not.
Why you're so insecure.
Why you're so insecure in this situation. But again, you're not even together. So for you to think that you get a say in who he follows on social media is a bit of a laugh. You're the asshole for wanting to try to change a man who has told you and shown you who he is.
No, actually, it's not, because he did unfollow the stuff at first. She just went further, and he was like, "Bro, like, what are you doing?" He pumped the brakes on it when after the first round, it wasn't enough.
Yeah. This is just like wild to me that she spent. I want to know how much time she spent sleuthing through his Twitter.
Nights, dude. She's
You know,
lost sleep over this shit.
The first year Twitter came out, I made a Twitter handle, and I never used it
Right.
to this day.
I think
I don't even know what Twitter looks like.
I made a Twitter before when it first came out.
Yeah.
And remember, it was like you could upload pictures, but they were just clickable links, and you had to go like click a link, and then you see a picture that somebody uploaded.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, this is fun, I guess.
I couldn't even tell you what a feed
But
of Twitter looks like.
That was when I had
don't
knee
care.
surgery, and I was off for 2 months, so I was literally doing nothing, but I couldn't move.
Yeah.
And then after I went back to work, I was like, oh, this is just like,
What's the point?
you're right, because Twitter's just
I don't know what it's for.
right.
I don't know why. I mean, does it have like videos like Instagram
Has everything.
videos?
It does. It has everything now. It's just like Instagram. It's just like Facebook. It's everything.
But it lets porn.
Yeah,
Interesting. Oh, I'm sorry. It's called X.
you're right. Whatever.
Moving on. The last story for the evening, folks. Same handle. I'm not going to read it again. Am I the asshole for not co-signing an apartment for my 19-year-old sister-in-law?
Oh, this is from the same person?
No.
Is that handle?
Reddit thread is what I meant. Sorry. Okay. For some reason it starts out with an edit. Interesting. Edit. Sister-in-law is only in a lot of student loan debt from the first year and this current semester of her second year. She has horrible, poor spending choices, and when given a large sum of money from her loan refund, not free money, to spend, she spent it all. Mother-in-law is in debt and has even worse spending habits. Sister-in-law has to have 2 guarantors, me and her mother. That's how bad her
All right, so boom, bang the gavel. Not the asshole. That one's done.
Not
Quick.
the asshole.
Yeah.
Even if the fucking 19-year-old had fucking perfect credit. No.
No.
Why would you? Why?
No.
Why would you I would never co-sign on anything for
No.
anyone ever.
Mm-mm.
No. Anyways, well, for the readers or the listeners, we'll continue with the story. Her mother is also irresponsible, so yes, it would fall back on us. Also, she has a roommate, her cousin. More mess to get in with family. $1,200 is my sister-in-law's share. They both have to get co-sign. $1,200?
Of the rent?
I don't even pay that for rent. They both have to get co-signers, but the cousin has 2 parents. Apparently, they want 2 because they're college students. They don't trust the college kids. No shit.
No.
For reference, my husband's 28 father passed away a couple years ago, so it's just my mother-in-law and her 3 kids, all adults. The youngest is 19-year-old sister-in-law. She wants my husband and I to co-sign for her apartment because she needs 2 co-signers, one being her mom and then us. For more backstory, my mother-in-law is broke. I don't know how broke, but she's in severe debt and complains 24/7 about not having money. Definitely don't do it. I had so many concerns about signing this agreement. The rent is for her college, owned by a realty company, so not campus housing. Mind you, she lives 30 minutes away from college, so commuting would be the smart choice. So she could live at home and commute to college, is what she's saying.
Yeah.
And instead, she wants to pay $1,200 a month.
Mm-hmm.
The rent is $1,200 a month, not including utilities, gas, electric, water, laundry, plus food and whatever else she buys. She has proved many times to me that she is also irresponsible with money, like her mom. She is 1 year into school and has a hefty loan bill, which is way more than she should have taken out. And in that result, she got over $6,000 back from her loans, and instead of keeping that money to pay her next school bill, she spent all $6,000 within like 3 months. Oh my God. That's insane.
Jesus Christ.
That's more than we spent on our wedding.
Yeah.
She had a job at a daycare making like $12 an hour in the summer and just now got a job at a bagel shop. I can't imagine this job would be enough to make $1,200 for the month's rent while also in nursing school. She is constantly shopping, going places, concerts, so I think all of that has solidified my reasons to not really trust her when it comes to having the money for this apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Side note, she was given $39,000 from a family passing. The total amount for the rent for the year would be $14,400, not including food and utilities. So yes, she does have the money, but like I stated, she spends a lot of it, and I just feel as if I cannot trust her. My fear is that we co-sign for this. She can't make rent. Her mother most definitely cannot pay $1,200 a month, let alone $14,400 for the year. Plus, if anything happens like damage or, God forbid, a fire or something, we are stuck being responsible for my 19-year-old sister-in-law's apartment. We are 26 and 28 and do not have the funds for this if something happens. We've only been married a little over a year and are undergoing major home repairs. This sounds like a nightmare. So my husband said no to her last night, and of course he's getting guilt-tripped by her. But now my mother-in-law called him 2 times this morning and left a voicemail to call her back when I'm not around so she can talk to the real insert name. That's fucked.
Cool.
She also texted him and said, call her without me around. What the fuck?
Oh, my goodness.
So now I know she's blaming this on me and wants to try to convince my husband without me nearby. My husband is on my side. It shouldn't.
No. Because that's his name, too.
What do you mean, my side?
Yeah.
Anyways.
Our side.
Yes.
My husband's on our side.
We are on the same side.
Yeah.
He wants to help her, but he agrees that this is dangerous. This could ruin our family's relationship if something bad happened. Exactly why you don't co-sign.
Not even just the family's relationship. It would ruin your...
Yeah, their whole lives would be fucked. He just feels responsible for his family since his dad passed, and they completely guilt trip him every time.
Right, and the mom, who's also horrible with money, is the one trying to fucking...
Is the one saying you need to do this.
Yeah.
He does so much for them, and we get nothing in return ever. But this one time we say no when a lot is on the line, and it's the end of the world. Okay, I'm done rambling. Am I the asshole?
No.
No.
We decided that right off.
No. What the fuck?
Put YTA. See if anybody is fucking...
YTA. Oh, I do that
that's
every
comment,
time.
Yeah.
YTA. Oh, no,
You're the
only
only
if you
asshole
do.
if
Only
you
if you
do,
do
yeah.
cosign.
You're
You're the
asshole
asshole
for
for putting the
putting-
update / edit at the top. Yeah, you're the asshole if you entertain this at all. You're the asshole if you stay in a relationship with your significant other if he entertains this.
Yeah.
Yes, I 100% agree.
Right.
You're the asshole if you do co-sign. You would not be doing the right thing for her by further enabling self-destruction. Why don't you offer to sit down with her for a money 101 chat, or if she or you don't want that, get her into a debt counseling program, or no, don't do that. Or maybe she needs a psychologist. Sounds like a truly warped sense of reality. Her
For both of
model
them.
mother-in-law is bad, and she seems not to know any better. At 19, one's personality and brain are not yet mature, so cut her some slack. That's dumb. That is the fucking stupidest thing. I hate that. I hate it when they're just 19, they don't know any better. I moved out when I was 18. Not only did I pay for all of my shit, I also paid for all of my piece of shit ex-boyfriend's, all of his shit, okay? So the only help we got was the first, I think, month and a half of the place that we moved into. They covered moving in.
Yeah.
And then I took care of everything, including the second time that we moved. You don't have just because you're under the age of 25 doesn't mean you have to be a piece of shit with money. It's
Right.
It's not difficult, people.
No,
it's
not.
really not. Either you can't afford it or you can, and that means that you just don't get your nails done. Too bad, so sad.
Sounds right to me.
But yeah, no, you're stupid for even asking this question. But was it a moral question or a legal question, Paul?
No, that was fucking moral. It's not asking a legal question at all.
I know.
None of these are legal questions, Judge Abby. Just because you're wearing the judge's robe.
Hey, you wanted me to fucking...
You can only think of things legally.
I'm wearing a judge's robe and I have a gavel. What do you want me to do here?
True.
Well, folks, that was all I have for the first episode in a Halloween costume.
Bye.
Okay, bye.